Welcome to New Orleans and Yulman Stadium. EA Sports College Football just about a month into the season, and we are ready for this Week 4 clash. It's the UCLA Bruins and the Tulane Green Wave. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, Coach knows this is a huge opportunity for his team at home today. One thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Bruins ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Might be calling a hot route. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Snags it down the right side. You want to talk about changing field position. The huge play takes it down to the 37. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
The run inside. It's Lucas. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And they try to sneak the draw play in there and try to show pass right away, get it to the running back. Defense not fooled in the slightest. Nice job getting upfield, getting to the running back, getting him on the ground.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And wings it incomplete.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback, because you know he was open, I had him, I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out in the air. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Quarterback may change this route. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because you know kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Finds his man. Powers through the defender. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. On the run, it's Lucas. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Greenway. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Running inside, it's Knight. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Grove. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Iamaleava. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the draw, it's Knight. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bruins moving the chains on the ground, and they've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Escapes the pressure to his right. On the run, fires downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The run inside. It's Knight. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And it's picked off right at the goal line. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. Pulls it in. It's Hill. Past the 45. Makes the grab in their space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Incomplete. That one batted away at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. Third and goal coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Looking to get it in. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Iamaleava from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Green Wave. Special teams proving to be special. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Running inside. It's Knight. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Send the tight end in motion. Play fake. Nico Iamaleava makes a catch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Keeps it himself. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. Cold as soon as he got it.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Here's Iamaleava to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's third down. They understand the situation. They drop back. And I love the defensive back with vision on the quarterback. He sees it, right? He takes off the scramble. He's like, no, no, no. You're not getting this first down. Nice job coming up, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
Iamaleava to throw for it on fourth. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
On the delay, it's Lucas. He's there to make the stop.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Complete. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Throwing, Iamaleava. Shoots it to the left. Fires it incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. The run inside. It's Knight. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Man, and that was a drive to forget right there. Like, they wanted to create some space, get out of their own end zone, and maybe flip the field, but that offense got nothing going, and they're going to have to punt from their own end zone.
Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He might want another play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Punt is on its way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Play action, Iamaleava. Fires to the big fella. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
On the ground, it's Lucas. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Fights off a defender. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. Let's start with a look at Georgia Southern taking on the Kansas Jayhawks. And it's the Eagles with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped.
And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Sunbelt.
The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Grove. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Saying in the gun on third down. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Iamaleava Right on the money. There he goes. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
The Bruins look to keep this drive humming. Nico Iamaleava throwing again. Moving out to the right. He'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Knight. At the 35, he's got room. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. Middle of the end zone, he's got it.
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. He wants to change this route. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. This time it's complete. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line?
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. That ball is caught past the marker, but he is out of bounds, and it'll be fourth down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. On the move, looking for a little... Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's Iamaleava to throw. A strike downfield. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Caden McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses too, throwing it. You've got to be able to make good decisions. You've got to be able to deliver strikes through the air. And this guy right now is doing just that.
Breaks the tackle. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Man, a nice second effort.
And linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
And the Bruins will have it 1st and 10. Throwing, Imaliava. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Unloads quickly. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Opposite. Ready, set, wide, 80, wide, straight on the end.
Using his legs, it's Lucas. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 26. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Quickly complete. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Hammer! Splinter!
To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Final play of the quarter coming.
Enter! Leak! Ready,
Back to pass on second down. Here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. So now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Iamaleava keeps looking downfield. He's going to take off. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Matthews. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bruins. They move on top here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Snatches it on the right. Down inside the 35. Stopped him at the 34, and what an electrifying play.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's moving. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. To the defense, it was opportunistic. To the offense, it was catastrophic. A blown opportunity to score and take the lead.
And, man, it's been a physical ball game, and I think you're starting to see the wear and tear on some of these ball carriers for this offense. They just don't seem like they've got the same ball security and the same desire to hold on and squeeze the football. I think at this point of the game, the defense better conditioned, and they just want it more.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the fourth quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Quick release by the QB. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava trying to escape and get it himself. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. The Bruins will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and look for room. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The green wave offense makes its way onto the field. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. All the way back. Touchdown, UCLA. They appear to be headed to the win column for the first time this year.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. The sure hands, it's Lucas.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back quickly, and score again.
Tulane to the line, facing second and short. Back to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
The give on the option. He came flying up from his free safety position and stopped him well short. In fact, he'll be about 3 yards behind the marker, and it's 4th down. And the Bruins will try to pick it up on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on 1st down. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
A lot of things had to happen for this offense to get back in the game, but how about the defense? The defense said, no, sir. We're going to end this one right now. Makes the big play, gets the safety. Not only do they score points, they get the football back, and the clock is on this side. The defense just ended this football game.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. He's like a loose boulder, just caroms his way to the 32.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me. Let me finish this thing and win this game for us. And that's exactly what happened.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together.
A shot toward the end zone. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Down in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of